What's going on, swim fans? Welcome back to Tokyo, Japan. This is the post show. Night number 5 of the Olympic Games is now complete. Oh my god, this was one of the most exciting and emotional final competitions that I've ever seen, and not only the Olympic Games, but across any swimming competition. The emotion, the fast times, the racing, it was absolutely incredible. Let's go ahead and preview the events that we just saw. We started off with the men's 800-meter freestyle, where we saw an American swimmer come out of nowhere and finish with a gold medal. This was the first time the 800-meter freestyle was contested at the Olympic Games on the men's side, so it was really, really cool to see that unfold. After that, we had the men's 200-meter breaststroke. That was a final. Then we had the women's semifinal of the 100-meter freestyle. Then we had the men's 200-meter backstroke semifinal, the women's 200 fly final. Then we had the men's 100-meter freestyle, which was argued as the most competitive race of these Olympic Games. And when we look at the final results, it shows that was ultimately the case. We'll talk about that, and we'll go through this race by race. After the men's 100-meter freestyle, we had the women's 200 breaststroke semifinal, the men's 200 IM semifinal, and then the women's 4x200 freestyle relay for the women. Absolutely amazing. Let me know in the comments and in the live chat where you guys are joining me from. We're going to go through the races event by event. We're going to look at the splits. We're going to do an analysis. And as we go through each of those events, I would love your guys' perspective, because here at MySwimPro, we're all about empowering the community, because I want to see what you guys have to say about each of these events. Absolutely awesome. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Let me hear where you guys are joining me from, and then we'll go through this race by race. While you guys are down there commenting where you're from, make sure you destroy the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Really appreciate it. And of course, subscribe to the channel. By the way, if you guys enjoy this type of content, make sure you subscribe to the MySwimPro Global Community page on YouTube. We have 2 YouTube channels. The full version content is on the main channel, MySwimPro. And if you want to watch each of these different segments broken up and other race analysis videos, and also interviews that I've had with top swimmers like Caleb Dressel and others, make sure you subscribe to MySwimPro Global Community. You'll see some of those videos pop up if you show up on YouTube, and I can't wait to see you guys there. Let's go ahead and see where you guys are joining me from. Global Community, San Antonio, Texas, Mexico City. What's up, Fred from Seattle? Hello from London. Wow, what time is it in London? Bright and early in London here for this live stream. Really, really cool. By the way, guys, we are doing giveaways every single day. We are giving away a ton of swag. First day, we gave away an Apple Watch. Then we gave away a MySwimPro t-shirt. We gave away swimsuits. We gave away goggles, a ton of stuff. The giveaway for today is MySwimPro swag. All you have to do is go on Instagram. Let me show you guys, to the official MySwimPro page, and then you can just scroll down to this post, and you see that post with Michael Phelps and Garrett Weber-Gale. Go ahead and comment on that post for a chance to win awesome swag. We're doing more giveaways tomorrow and the day after. But let's go ahead and get right into this. Actually, let me do a few more shout-outs. Hello from Lithuania, California. What's going on? Callie in the house. Canada. What's up, Jill? Denmark is being represented along with Greece. Hello. What's going on, Cassandra? How are you doing? Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, let's go ahead and pull up the results, because this is just too darn good. The first event, the men's 800-meter freestyle. This was the first time contested at the Olympic Games. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments about this. We had an absolute stellar comeback from the American, Robert Fenk. Let's just go ahead and zoom in here. I know there's a lot of numbers here on the screen. I want you guys to see how incredible this performance was. First of all, the world record of 7:32 was not even close. We weren't even close to that. But you know what? This is the Olympic Games, and it's all about the battle. Let's look at these final few splits and see how he came out of nowhere and absolutely destroyed the field on the final 50. So we're just going to go scroll over here. Let's look at how he split this, right? His last 50 was a 26.3. If you guys watch the race, he literally shot by the other swimmers as if they weren't even moving. It was ridiculous. Look at that. 28-0, 28-0, 28-7, 28-0, all the way to a 26-3. But it wasn't just the last 50. He was making his move all the way throughout. If you look at who came in second, This is considered one of the greatest, the Italian, the greatest distance swimmer of the last 5 years. He's won multiple world championships. He's won medals at all these different stages, and he has a lot of distance. He went out hard. Look at this. He was holding 28.5, 29.0, 29.2, 29.3. He went out so hard that first, call it 150, 200 meters. At the 200 mark, let's see what he went out in. He went out in a 152 at, let me draw a better circle. He went out in a 152 at the 200 mark. He was out blazing, and then he kind of fell apart, but he was able to hold it together at the very end. But look at this final 50 for Fank. He was home in a 54. Wow, that is fast. 28.5, 26.3. Let me know what you guys think about that. Fank came out of nowhere. He was in 4th, 5th place the entire time. The comeback was crazy. Yes, you are correct. He was leading. His streamlines were not tight. He was literally swimming right on the lane rope. Yeah, he was circle swimming. He swam more than an 800. I think he swam like an 815. But wow. Way to bring it back in a 26. I mean, guys, that's ridiculous. 26. Just for reference, that would be a good time at the end of a 200-meter freestyle. So the fact that he did that at the end of an 800, incredible. Yeah, guys, for all of the age group swimmers and masters swimmers, people who actively swim and compete, do not circle swim anything. If you have the lane to yourself, swim right down the middle, especially when he was leading. We're talking about the Italian swimmer here on the screen. But yeah, don't circle swim. That was a little annoying for me as well. I was so pumped when Fink won. There we go. There we go. Yeah, those are the signs of a world-class swimmer. So there's a lot to get through, so I want to make sure we can get through all of these events. Oh, that was a great reaction. Yeah, Nesty, I believe, right? He was going nuts. I don't have the video right now. I won't be able to do that for you guys, but maybe in tomorrow's video, I'll go ahead and pull up and compare his reaction to Titmus's coach's reaction, and we'll see who can celebrate harder, the Americans or the Australians. That would be something, huh? That would be something. So that was a great analysis. Moving on. The next event is the men's 200-meter breaststroke final. This shaped up to be a really great race. I'm very excited in how it played out. We did see an Olympic record. That's the 206.38. And who was it? It was Stubblety Cook of Australia. The Australians coming in here clutch. Kaminga, who we saw with a very impressive 100-meter breaststroke, came in clutch. And Matson from Finland pulling out the third. The world record holder, put the WR, from Russia, he ended up getting 4th. Now, it's really interesting how these guys swim the race. In the pre-show, I was talking about how a lot of guys now are swimming this race in two different formats. When we look at the splits, take a look at this. He went out, Stubblety Cook, that is, went out pretty slow and came back very consistent, very hard. He was 29.3, 32.3, 32.4, 32.2. So obviously at the end of the race, he had a little bit more gas in the tank. When you compare and contrast that with how some of the other swimmers swam, look at this, 28.1, he was 1.2 seconds. Look at the difference here. 1.2 second difference just on the first 50, and then the 50s fell apart. You were 31.9, 32.8, 34.0, and that was Kaminga right there. Kaminga, we know he has speed. He went out in a minute point on the way out. He was 57 in the prelims of the 100, so not too much of a surprise there. And when you take a look at our world record holder, he split a 31.8 on that third 50. He really went for it. That was the fastest split in the field for the third or the fourth 50, but then he didn't have enough at the end and he fell apart, and that's why he was 207. So let me see what you guys think in the comments. Shout out Finland. Yeah, let's zoom out here. Give a shout out to Finland, huh? That's really cool. It's good to see an international crowd at these Olympic Games. You know, it's no fun if the Americans and Australians are winning everything. It's good to have everyone. Kaminga fell apart, but at the end of the day, he got in there for the silver medal. At the trials, he did a 206.2, correct. He made, you know, he almost made the comeback, but that's how he swims. That is how he swims. It's midnight here in Eastern. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, I live in Michigan, so I'm broadcasting. I say Tokyo, Japan, but as you know, no spectators or random folks like myself are allowed in there. So we're doing this live virtually, and yeah, it's the early morning here in Michigan, but I appreciate all you guys being here and supporting the cause. So if you guys are a fan of swimming, you're a fan of what we're doing here, go ahead and destroy the like button. Really, really appreciate it. Let's go ahead and look here at more comments on this 200 breaststroke. Ooh, this is some good analysis here. I haven't looked at the numbers, but if what you're saying is true, that's an interesting comment. I don't know about that. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You're not a random person. You're the CEO of MySwimPro. Hey, shout out. We're all people at the end of the day, right? All right, that's great. So we got a lot of events to get through. Like I mentioned, let's go ahead and get into the next event. The next event is the women's 100-meter freestyle. This is the semifinal. There were 2 heats, and what I'm showing right now on the screen are the top times across both of those heats. So if we draw a line on where the 8th finish was, let me go ahead and draw the line. So these top 8 swimmers above that red line will make it into the final. And when we take a look at the splits here, how about Sarah Hoistrom, who just missed out, not just missed out, but she missed out on making the podium in the 100 fly, her bread and butter. She's also the world record holder in this event, so you could argue this is just as good of an event for her. And when we look at Emma McKeon, I mean, look at this work of art. 25-2, 27-0. This is the way to split a 100-meter freestyle at this speed. At the elite level, the best swimmers in the world have about a 1.7 to a 2.1, 2.2 spread in their splits. Anything more than that, and you're dying. Anything less than that, it means you didn't go out fast enough. Oftentimes, we'll see some swimmers like Popovich. He'll come back very hard. You'll see other swimmers who are a little bit more speed-oriented, like a Caleb Dressel. They'll go out hard. But as you can see here, and actually here's just a perfect example. Perfect example right there. Haughey from Hong Kong, she did the exact same thing. So she went out in a 25-1, back 27-3. That's a 2.2 second spread. But if you look at the top times, what do you guys think it's going to take to win a medal in this event? I think it's going to take 52 low. That's pretty fast. The world record, 51.7 by Hoistrom. It would be amazing to see her get on the podium, but she's going to be challenged by the Canadian Penny Alexiak. So it's going to be a tough battle in this 100 freestyle. I am very, very curious what's going to happen here. In your opinion, who is going to qualify to the 100 butterfly, and who will win it? Well, we're looking at the 100 freestyle right now, so focus on the event. 52-1, 51-9. Adam throwing in clutch. 52-0. I like it. Here's a question. How are the lanes decided based on the timing of the swimmer? So I think your question is, how are the lanes assigned? So in the prelims, the times are circle seated, meaning you have the fastest swimmer in lane 4 in every single heat, and then the times get slower as you move to the outside. Those are the last 3 heats in the prelims. Now, the top 16 times from the prelims advance to the semifinals. So the results that we're looking at here on the screen, these results are the top 16 times in aggregate. Now, if you think about, well, how are the top 8? These top 8 swimmers right there, how are they going to be positioned into the final? So Emma McKeon is going to be in lane 4 for the championship final. Now, the second place swimmer is going to be in, let me actually go ahead and draw these out for you guys. So the first place, she's going to be in lane 4, lane 5, lane 3, lane 6, lane 2, lane 7, lane 1, lane 8. So that is the way the lanes are assigned. That way the middle swimmer is always the fastest, and then you have a V formation coming off of that. So that's a great question, and hopefully that was useful for everyone watching. Yeah. Haughey will win tomorrow. Yeah, she looked really good. She had a lot of speed. She was out 25-1. I think she's the person to beat on the front half at least. The question is, can she close? We saw her put together a great 200 freestyle. I don't see why she can't close. It's going to be a dogfight into the finish, just like we saw in the men's 100-meter freestyle. But we will get into that in just a little bit. We're almost there. Let's keep this moving. Next event is the men's 200-meter backstroke. This was the semifinal. Look at Ryloff. Ryloff looked so good. He was so smooth in this event. Like, he was basically floating. His finish, mind you, he basically just reached his arm back and then floated into the wall for the finish, and it was still good enough to go a 154.5 28.4. Wow. And look at that anchor split, 28.9. Now, Ryan Murphy did look really good as well. It looked a lot more casual than he's been. He is the defending gold medalist in this event. He does not have the world record. The world record belongs to Aaron Pearsall of the United States. That time of 151.9, I think, is going to stay. I don't see any of these guys going faster. Again, this is a semifinal, so the top 8 swimmers above that red line will advance to the final. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Ryloff is the king of backstroke right now. He looked really good in the 100, obviously. Will he beat Ryan Murphy when it counts? Ryloff and Murphy 1-2. Ryloff and Murphy 1-2. I still hope Murphy has something for the finals. I do think he'll go faster. The question becomes, is it fast enough? Is it fast enough? New comments, new comments. Caleb gonna win gold. Well, Caleb didn't swim this event, so save it for the 100 freestyle. We're not there yet. Oh, boy. I know, so much excitement, right? Because before that, we have the women's 200-meter butterfly. Wow. The Chinese swimmers stepped up, but the Americans were right there as well. When we look at this top time, 2:03.8. Congratulations to Zhang from China. Look at how she split it. She went out so hard. She went out 26.9. Let me go ahead and check mark these. 26.9, 31.7, 32.7, 32.8. She went out like a champion, and she held on. She had distanced herself by so much from the rest of the field at the first 50 meters and the first 100. I mean, look at the splits. You know, even Reagan Smith right there was out in a minute. And even Haley Flickener, she was out in a 59.8. And when you look at those times, just way, way behind our leader, and she was able to maintain. But look at how Reagan Smith came home at the end in a 32.1. Now, these times were actually pretty solid. I was actually surprised at the 2:03 and the 2:05s. I heard some commentating that this 2:03, if I can get rid of all this markings, that 2:03 is the fastest time in 12 years. So even though it wasn't a world record, the world record is just ridiculous. Look at that, 2:01.81. We weren't going to see that, but to see a 2:03, I mean, respect for Zhang. Absolute respect. And, of course, respect for the Americans to get that 1-2 punch. Let me know what you guys think in the comments of this event. Bessie Flickener. Yep, Zhang killed it. Absolutely. Zhang killed it. Totally killed it. Reagan really made a move in the last 50 meters. I think she made a move in the last 30 meters. It really wasn't. And I think, you know what it was? When we look at these splits, look at Flickener. She made her move on the third 50 on Zhang. She outsplit her. Do you see that? But it wasn't enough because she fell apart at the end, and that's where that 33.2 came. If that 33.2 wasn't there, she would have finished ahead of Reagan Smith, and Flickener would have gotten second. But she fell off the pace a little bit. But congratulations to all these swimmers because, hey, you made it on the podium. Absolutely incredible. And Team USA goes 2-3 on that event. So, yeah, definitely made a move at the end. Definitely made a move at the end. Let's talk about the men's 100-meter freestyle. This is the most talked about, most competitive event at the Olympic Games, and not only my perspective and my opinion, but also you guys as well. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this event. It was absolutely nuts. There was so much hype going into this event, and certainly it did not disappoint. I did think we would potentially see multiple guys go under 47 seconds. I thought 3 guys were capable of going under 47 seconds. Let's look at the final finish. We have Caleb Dressel, the American, winning the event. This is his first individual Olympic gold medal. He's won the world championships. He's gone 39 seconds in a short course yard pool, but he's finally able to put it together in a in a long course pool at the Olympic level. But all of these guys were chasing him. He had the lead right from the beginning. But when you look at it, I mean, we've got Kyle Chalmers, the defending gold medalist in this event. Kolesnikov, who went a 47.1 in the semifinal. We've got Grosset. We've got Huang, Moresi, Popovich, Nemeth. I mean, so many superstars in just one heat. Let's look at how they split this race. Here we have Dressel. He went out fast, 22-3. I thought that these guys would go 22-3. It was a nail-biter into the finish. He came home in 24-6, but look at Chalmers coming home in a 24.3. I thought, I'm telling you guys, I was going nuts listening and watching this. I thought Chalmers had him. They were going into the flags. Chalmers was making a big push, and Dressel was able to just figure out how to get his hand on the wall first. Honestly, it didn't look like he won. It looked like Chalmers had way more momentum going into the wall, and it looked like Dressel had lost it with like 4 strokes to go, and somehow he was able to pull it together. You know, some of these other fast times here, take a look at this gentleman right here. Who is that? That's Kolesnikov. He was out in a 22.4, a little bit faster than he was in the semi. If you remember, he went out in a 22.5. Him and Dressel both went out in 22.5 in the semifinal, but Kolesnikov died a little bit at the end. Remember how we were talking about the variance between the first 50 and the second 50? Here is a 2.46 second variation. 2.46. That's the time between these two 50s, and that costed him the race. Amazing, though. It was amazing. 0.06 separated gold and silver in this event. I want to know what you guys think in the comments. I got to scroll up. I saw there were so many comments that were coming in while I was giving an analysis of this. Yeah, let's talk about Dressel's reaction. It was like a sign of relief, excitement, emotion. He was crying in the interview after. He could barely put together words. He was so emotional, which you don't really see. Normally, Caleb Dressel is very well composed behind camera, and he was just all over the place, and it was really cool to see. Chalmers almost made the comeback. Right. Dressel is a beast. Yeah, exactly. Dressel's reaction made me cry a little. I don't know why, but I felt really emotional. Hey, Richard, I'm with you. Dude, he started crying, and I'm like, why am I crying? I didn't do anything. By the way, guys, I have an interview with Caleb Dressel, so if you guys want to check it out, give it a search. MySwimPro, Caleb Dressel. We talk about his routine and all that stuff. He's a super chill guy, so to see him be so emotional was really, really special, and I think that was something that everyone should appreciate, the emotion behind all of this. And he definitely did not disappoint. I mean, sure, we would have loved to have seen the world record, but it was a close race, and although no one went under 47, it was a ridiculously close race. The storylines leading into it, the depth in the field. Popovich did not go as expected. He went a 48-0, although he did go 47 in the prelims. But hey, you know what? He's 16 years young. He's going to be back. He's going to be hungry. He might be the guy to beat in just 3 years from now when he's still going to be a teenager. Think about that. Popovich, right here, this guy. Keep an eye on Popovich. He's only 16 at the next Olympics. He'll be 19. He'll still be a youngster at the next Olympics. So don't lose sight of that raw talent and speed as a youngster. Oh my God, there's so many comments. The greatest always find a way. 22.39, Caleb should win the 50, but watch out for the 50 specialists. Yep, totally. I think this was probably his hardest event. His start is out of this world. And Kyle's finish, yeah, Chalmers really came strong at the end, but Dressel figured out how to get it done. Yeah, Chalmers breathed under the flags. Hey, guys, I don't remember if he did this, but if Chalmers did breathe under the flags, that was the difference, apparently, because Dressel didn't breathe for the last 10 strokes or something. I cried with Dressel, and I never cry. I'm right there with you. It was like, what's going on? Dressel going to win the 50 free for sure. Yeah, I think... Yeah, that's got to be tough. I mean, he went 47-0 and didn't win. Like, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, oh, God, so much excitement. So much excitement, guys. Oh, wow. If you guys appreciate that 100 freestyle and you think that was an incredible race, go ahead and destroy the like button. And if you want to rewatch just this analysis in the comments that I put on screen, make sure you subscribe to the MySwimPro Global Community YouTube channel. That's what we do over there. We take the segments, the best segments of each of these videos, we reclip them, and we repurpose them, and we put them as dedicated videos on that channel. So make sure you find it, MySwimPro Global Community. We'll do it for every single event. Still can't get over he's only 16. I know, right? Adela. Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy? Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Next event is the women's 200-meter breaststroke semifinal. There were 2 heats of this, of course, semifinal 1, semifinal number 2. Let's get into it. Obviously, the storyline is Tatiana Schoenmaker of South Africa. She went, look at the time. Look at the time. 2:19.3 after going a 2:19.1 in the prelims. So she's gone 2:19 twice. She got a medal in the 100 breaststroke. She's clearly the person to beat. She's over a second, almost a second and a half faster than the next fastest swimmer. We got to keep an eye on the world record. The world record of 2:19.1. She went 2:19.16 in the prelims. So she's going to be in the hunt for the world record. Will we see a world record? I think she's obviously the person to beat. Annie Laser looked really good. Lily King is in there as well. Remember, the top 8 will make it into the final. These are the top swimmers we're going to see in the final. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Oh, we got to talk about this. The extra stroke at the end. Yes, it's all about the finish. If you're trying to break a world record and you have a sloppy finish like that, well, that's how you don't get that's how you don't go a best time. That's how you don't break the world record. That's how you get touched out. Obviously, we saw how every 100th of a second matters in that 100 freestyle with Dressel and Chalmers. 200 breaststroke is not any different. So you got to make sure you nail the finish. It's going to be really, really good. Yeah, everyone's talking about that extra stroke. In our private chat, we were talking about that. We're yelling so much. Melissa, am I yelling so much? I don't know. I can move the microphone away from my face. Hopefully I'm not yelling too much. I'm just excited, guys. I don't know. I can't contain myself talking about this. I'm trying to hold myself together for you guys. All right, Lily King has to be around 2:19 lower faster to win the race. I want to see a 2:18. Come on now. I want a 2:18. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I'm with you. Yeah, I know, right? That was upsetting. Yep, okay. I don't see anyone touching her. I think you're talking about Tatiana. Are we going to see an upset with Laser winning gold? Hey, Laser is from my hometown. She's from Michigan. Go Annie Laser. You know, I'm pulling for her. I am pulling for her. 200-meter breaststroke is my favorite event. Yeah. I want to be like her when I grow up. Me too. I want to be like her when I grow up. She will break the world record in the final for sure. That's awesome. That is awesome. Next event is the men's 200-meter individual medley. This was a semifinal. 2 heats of that event. Take a look at Wang. He has the top time. Let's go ahead and zoom in here at these times. Now, we got to talk about splits. We got to talk about Michael Andrew. We have to talk about Chase Kalish. And we have to talk about Diaceto. And Laszlo Cha. And Mitch Larkin. Oh, my God. There's so many names in this event. Let's go ahead and break it down. Top time after the semis, 156.22. Remember, Ryan Lochte has the world record in this event at a 154.00. Now, really quick, I want to talk about the world record splits of this event, how Ryan Lochte did it. Then we're going to come back and look at Michael Andrew and others and see how they split the race. So, let's look at how, you'll see why I do this in a second. Ryan Lochte, when he broke the world record, 24.8, 53.4, 126, and he came back in a 27.49, I believe. So, remember those times. Now let's look at how Wang swam this. Top seed, 24.8, 29.2, 34.1, 27.8. Solid. Whoa, who split a 30-point right there? That would be Michael Andrew. He split a 30-point. However, he did split a 32.7 on the breaststroke. He looked really strong on that breaststroke, and he fell apart harder than he normally falls apart. Like he normally falls apart in the last 50. He fell apart even harder. Let me know what you guys think in the comments because, yeah, I mean, we love Michael Andrews going fast. We want to see him break world records, stuff like that. But you can't come home in a 30. I need to see at least a 29. Is that too much to ask for? I think, this is my prediction tomorrow in the final, Michael Andrews is going to go out way faster than he went out today. So he went out in a 24.0. At the U.S. Olympic trials, I was there. I saw him go out in a 23.7. Like literally, he went out, let me do that. He went out in a 23.7. And then here, today in the semifinal, he split a 29.6. I think he split a 28 or a 29 low at trials. He was out even way faster. He's out in like a 52 or something, or 53 low. So I think he's going to be out even faster. He's definitely going to be out in a 23. He's going to get out and after it. and he's going to die. He's going to be winning the race at 100 meters, at 150 meters for sure, and then everyone's going to try and pass him at the finish. Of course, I did mention some other big names. Diaceto really pushing it hard. At the end, it looked like he was swimming a final. He was going all out at the end. He comes in third, and then Kosuke Hagino, keep an eye on him, and Laszlo Che. Look at that. Born in 1985. I don't know how old you guys are watching this stream, but he was born in 1985. Like, I'm a 90s kid, right? I was born in the 90s. This guy is older than my older brother. Like, this guy has got some maturity, and, I'm proud of him. 157, he's been faster, but he gets into an Olympic final, his 5th Olympic Games. So many storylines in this men's 200-meter freestyle, and we don't have Michael Phelps or Ryan Lochte. And they were the ones who obviously had all the storylines. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me go ahead and pull some of them up on screen. Michael Andrews getting slower and slower. I don't think he'll medal. I think it'll be a dogfight for him to get on the podium. Che is a beast. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Who do you think is going to win the 200 IM? You guys want to know what I think? I think Duncan Scott is looking really dangerous. Also, I think any of these top 4 guys have a shot. Any of those top 4 guys have a shot. Right here. Any of these top 4 guys. They've all got a shot. Michael Andrew will go 155 low and win. Do you think 155 low will win? I don't know if he goes 155 low. I think Michael Andrew goes a 155 high at best. I think Michael Andrew goes 155 high at best. I think Michael Andrew will control his free tomorrow. No, he won't. I don't think so. I think he's going to go out really fast, faster than he did today, and he's going to die. I sound cruel, but that's what I think. I mean, I've interviewed, if you guys want to see, I did an interview with Michael Andrew. It's available on the MySwimPro community, global community YouTube channel. Different channel than this one. That's where we take interviews and segments of other videos. So go over there, subscribe, watch that video. Morning finals are, it's tough. What do you think about Kalish's performance? I think he performed in the 400 IM mediocre, and he got lucky the fact that everyone else also performed kind of slow. So he was able to be the fastest of a slow heat. And at the Olympics, that's all that matters. You got to win your heat. He won the gold medal. I think here the times start to matter more. And when you look at his times, Kalish right there, 158.0. Do I think he could have gone that much faster? Not really. I don't think he looks any better than he did at trials. And if you look at his 400 IM, that's reflective of that. He only 409. If he had gone like 407, 406 in the 400 IM, then this would be a much bigger surprise because this is really slow compared. This is still not fast, but it's not as slow had he gone a lot faster. It's amazing he won the 400 when he was paralyzed as a kid in a coma for 8 months. Yeah, I know he had some health issues. Interestingly enough, I just learned this. Chase Kalish, the guy who won the 400 IM, he was delivered by the same doctor that delivered Michael Phelps. How about that? Same doctor delivered Chase Kalish and Michael Phelps. Does Michael's performance mean that ultra-fast race pace training isn't very effective? No, I don't think that's the case. I think we put too much pressure on Michael Andrew with ultra-short race pace training. He's certainly the most vocal, public, talks about it, promotes it, and he's at the Olympic stage. So everyone focuses on him. There's plenty of fast swimming going on, and people just don't talk about how they train. But they train at race pace. I've talked to plenty of sprinters at this level that their training is pretty much USRPT, but they don't promote it and talk about it like Michael Andrew. So I don't think USRPT is like not working because Michael Andrew isn't swimming that fast right now. And I don't think it's fair to put that kind of expectation on like one person around an entire training philosophy. So be careful with that, guys. That's just my POV, but don't overthink it. Michael Andrew could win it. I wouldn't be surprised if he does or if he does not. A lot of excitement. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. But how about this? Let's talk about the 4x200 meter freestyle relay. I thought Katie Ledecky was going to pull something out of nowhere and win this for the... But you know what? We had an even better storyline. China out of nowhere defeats the favored Australians. Look at this. And all 3 teams break the world record. Gold, silver, bronze. All the countries were under the world record pace. Look at this. The world record in this event, let me zoom over here, is a 741.50. That was by Australia. We expected the Australians to win this. I mean, they led off with Titmus, who won the event, the 200-meter freestyle. Look at these times. Look at that. World record, Olympic record. They were under the world record, But it doesn't matter if you're not first. The goal is to be first. Because if you get first and you break the world record, then the world record is yours. So just because you broke the world record doesn't matter because 2 people finished ahead of you. So let's look at these splits. First of all, Titmus. She led off in a 154.5. We needed to be faster than that. Remember, Titmus is the defending gold medalist in this event. The Australians had a 1-2 punch with their fastest swimmers going first. Emma McKeon. Let's look at Emma McKeon. What did she split? 155.3. The Chinese were so consistent, and that's what you need in the 4x2 relay and the 4x1 relay, quite frankly. 154.3, 155.0, 155.6, 155.3. Nothing too ridiculous, but they were consistent. Now look at the Americans. I'm sorry, wait a second. Yeah, look at the Americans. This is Allison Schmidt, 156.3. Not fast enough. 155.2, much better. 155.3, pretty good. Ledecky, 153.7. Wow. Look at that split. And if you take a look at how much behind she was, when you look at this, right? Look at how she was able to go out in a 55.0. She really attacked it. Look at these other splits. 56.2. Who went out in a 54? That was Penny Alexiak of Canada. Wow, look at that. But at the end of the day, you got to give credit where credit is due, and that was the Chinese with the relay team that broke the world record from the Australias. Yeah. Schmidt disappointed as well. Ledecky so fast. Australia disappointed. Yeah, I mean, that's tough. That's tough. Australia should have won this event. Deep performance, correct. Yeah, I thought Ledecky was going to pull a Lezak here. You know, Lezak in 2008 for the Americans, he split a 46.06 split. Very similar in comparison to what Ledecky just did to go 153, because that's way faster than she went. I mean, if she had gone something like that, she would have gotten a medal in the 200 free, but Ledecky was off the podium. Ledecky is a team player. She stepped up. The rest of her team, you know, you look at the times, and Allison Schmidt wasn't where she should have been, and that's why, you know, they were lucky to get second. That relay would have been insane with public. Yeah, oh my God, if there was a crowd, that would have been awesome. Shang is on fire today. Yeah, let's go ahead and look at this. Look at this. Let's take a look at these splits. That's respect, okay? She had a slow relay takeoff. Look at how slow that is. We talk about the relays. You want to be between 0.1 and 0.2. Right off the bat, she almost flat started this event. I mean, look at this. I mean, even these 0.3, 0.3, that's pretty slow. 0.3. Why are these people so slow off the block? 0.19, that's good. 0.17, that's good. 2.8's okay. 2.3 is pretty good. So anyway, she had a slow reaction time. She went 26.8 out in a 56.7, but her overall time was 155.6, and she came off of another event. I believe they actually had to delay the start of this event because she was like on the podium of her, like, can you imagine? You know, we're talking about Ledecky having to do the double from the 200 free to the 1500. She won gold in the 1500. Michael Phelps has done some doubles. We'll see Caleb Dressel do a few doubles, especially with the relays. But look at that. A 200 freestyle is really difficult to do after doing another event. And yeah, hats off. Breaking a world record, getting some medals. No big deal. No big deal. Lots of screaming and yelling during this race. Yeah, you know what? I got so excited for this event and the first event, the men's 800 free, when Fank just destroyed the field on the final 50 coming home in a 26. It felt like this. I was more excited, and then I started like crying with Dressel. Like my emotions for the last, 2 hours or whatever have been like a roller coaster. You know, I'm like getting excited about the men's 200 free, and then I see the 800 free, and I'm like, let's go, baby, let's go, Team USA. And then I see Dressel, I start crying. And then we have this performance by Ledecky, and I'm like, is she going to pull out a shocker here? Whoo! Absolutely crazy. Oh, yeah, let's talk about this. Jill, thank you for bringing this up. There was a 14-year-old who led off the relay for Canada. She was the third youngest swimmer of all the swimmers at the Olympics. Let's go ahead and zoom in on that. Where's Canada? Summer Mcintosh. Summer, where have you been? Well, obviously you're in like 8th grade or something. Can you imagine being 14? What did she go? 27-0, 56 out, 155. Oh my God, she went 155 and she's only 14. Why are more people not talking about her? She's 14. 14. Think about what you guys were doing when you were 14 years old, or if you're 14 years old right now. Man, my 100 freestyle was like a 120. No, it's faster than that. But you get the point. Like, that's so fast. And, everyone between 8th and 9th grade, or 9th grade and 10th grade, whatever grade she's in, they're thinking, oh, maybe I'll have like a summer job babysitting. Guys, if you're Summer, I'm going to the Olympics. I'm going to go win some medals. Obviously they didn't win a medal here. They were 4th. But incredible experience to swim on a relay with Penny Alexiak and all these other superstars representing your country. That is crazy. That is crazy. Do you think Ledecky wins the 800? I think she's the person to beat. I mean, we saw her go, a 153 right now, and we saw her win the mile. Titmus is going to be her biggest challenger, and she was right with her. So we'll see. I have a 331 in the 200 free when I was 14. I don't even know if I could finish a 200 freestyle when I was 14. I mean, I could. It would be slow, but, respect. Yeah, mad respect. And, these are the names that we're going to see lead out. I said that in the comments before, if Ledecky swam the 200 another day, she would have been the champs. Yeah, maybe, but I mean, the times were she went 153 with a good race and a relay start. So you gotta see that. Sim's phone is gonna die. Well, hopefully we can get you a charge and catch you guys back. By the way, guys, if you haven't already subscribed to our other YouTube channel, it's called MySwimPro Global Community. We do segments of our most popular videos on the main channel, so make sure you go and subscribe to that video. If you guys are watching this, I'm assuming you find some of this somewhat valuable, so I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. We have a global community here at MySwimPro, but make sure you go subscribe to our other channel. And I also want to do one more shout out to our giveaway. Go to Instagram and comment on this photo. Every single day we're doing a new giveaway. If you guys want to know how to enter to win, make sure you follow along on this live stream, as well as following MySwimPro on all of our different social media platforms. Let's go ahead and open this up to Q&A. We have a few minutes left because I love doing Q&A with you guys. I know it's getting late here in my Eastern time zone. Look out for Katie Grimes. Yeah, she's only 15 years old. That was insane. Yeah, that's crazy. These swimmers really stepped up, and China came out of nowhere. We were not expecting China to win that relay, and that's really cool. That's really cool. I already killed the like button before you mentioned it. Yeah, I mean, if you guys could murder the like button, if you could assassinate it, I would really appreciate it. Those are some dark words, so let's talk about it more in swimming terms. If you guys could finish into that like button and put your head down into the finish and really just negative split the like button. If you could just descend and build that like button like you've never built it before, that would be absolutely fantastic. When you're coming into the wall, no breath into the finish, hold your breath and just destroy the like button. Thank you so much. Christoph Milak doing the 100 fly. Dressel's clearly the person to beat in the 100 fly. After he went 47-0, he went 49 at trials. I don't know if anyone's going to go under 50 point in the 100 fly. I mean, we got Schooling, we've got Milak from Hungary. It's going to be good, but I really think it's going to be very, very difficult. Where is Sun Yang? Yeah, he's banned. You can't do the drugs. He tested positive, and when you test positive, I mean, I'd say he shouldn't be allowed to compete in anything. My God, like what kind of a world do we live in when you can test positive and then, hey, oh, you tested positive? Oh, slap on the wrist. We'll take a few years off and come back. It's complete garbage. Complete garbage. Dressel gets faster as the meet goes on. Yes, that is true. I've seen Dressel in person at the World Championships in China in 2018. He got better every race, sort of. He did get better at trials. His best race was the 50 free on the final day. Schooling has fallen off. However, he hasn't had an Olympic Games. That's what he's focused on. That's more important than anything else. Ledecky getting in there. Dressel, 49.3. Let's go. I don't think he goes 49.3. He would have gone faster in the 100 freestyle if he was going to go 49.3. You never know. Maybe his fly feels really good. Michael Phelps retired after 2016. Yep, Schooling. We'll see him very shortly. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Again, guys, thank you so much. Hope you guys destroy the like button. Subscribe to our other channel. It's going to be great. MySwimPro Global Community. Reminder, we have these live streams every single day during these Olympic Games. If you guys enjoy this content, of course, make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And also, make sure you download the MySwimPro app. Quick reminder, we have a promo code, 30% off the Elite subscription, Tokyo 2021. Also, quick plug, I do have a book. It is called Swim Like a Pro. If you guys want to swim faster and smarter than ever before, make sure you check that out. It is available for Amazon, on Amazon, Kindle, paperback, hardcover, and audiobook. I also have a real version of it right here. Maybe I should just read a segment for you guys. Let me open up. You know what? This will be fun. In the comments, give me a number from 1 to like 200, and I'll read the first sentence in my book on that. This will be fun, and then we'll wrap up the live stream. I'll give you guys a flavor of it. So give me a number in the comments, and I'll go ahead and give you guys a little snippet of my book, Swim Like a Pro. There it is right there. All right, I'm waiting for the comments here. Jill was first, 122. All right, let me go ahead and find page 122. I haven't done this before, but here we are in the live stream. I feel like, someone who reads you like a bedtime story. So this will be your bedtime story. Page 122. Oh, boy, you guys picked a topic that's not as interesting. It's about injury prevention, but you know what? Here's a good sentence. We became more vulnerable to injuries okay, let me start over here. We become more vulnerable to injuries as we get older, in part because we are less agile than we used to be, and we also have lost some of our former bone and muscle mass. We can also lose flexibility as we age. And then I go into talking about swimmer's shoulder. There's, of course, imagery and other fun things in the book. And, of course, there's a picture of me. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And that was your bedtime story for the night. Thank you again for tuning in. I wish you guys the very best. I can't wait to see you guys at the next live show. That's going to be a pre-show tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern time, right back here on YouTube. Wish you guys the best. Have a great day.